This is the all-new Jeep Compass. Now we're here in Spain to take it for a drive because Ginny's already done a full detailed walk around in a studio. So if you want details in terms of design, go back and watch that video. But today we're driving it, and the question is it a proper Jeep or is it a Peugeot 3008 wearing wellies? So the brand of Jeep has been around since the mid-1940s. We all know and love a good Jeep. Now, this is the third generation of the Compass, and they said, in the presentation, it's known for passion, freedom, adventure and authenticity, and apparently has true off-road capability. And if that's the kind of thing you're after, then I would hold fire until the middle of 2026, because that's when the Overland 4xe version will be available, and that will be 10mm higher, and obviously four-wheel drive, and with 375 horsepower. Right, allow me to take you through some of the design bits. So obviously you have the very famous Jeep face. It's a thing. It's a thing. Like if you saw like a silhouette of it, you would know that there's a Jeep behind you. This all lights up, and that's where all your sensors are, etc. And also down here, this is all kind of scuffable without being scuffed, if that makes sense. It's like 360 cladding, so if you do off-roading and you do scuff it a little bit, it's fine, it's not going to damage the car. We have short overhangs, which means it's much bigger inside compared to what it was before, so plenty of legroom. Lovely. You've got 200mm of ground clearance, so again, better for off-roading. It can do 470mm when it comes to wading through water, which is handy in the UK when it's raining, which is basically all of the time. And then at the rear, we now have the light up badge, and it's also dirty, which is probably a good thing. It's how Jeeps are supposed to look, right? But when it's dirty, it makes me want to write something in the boobs. Anyway, in the boot, ta-da! We do have a suitcase in there, but it's handy because I can actually show you the size of it. 550 litres of space, which is much bigger than the previous Jeep Compass. So this is good boot space. You've also got a little bit underneath the floor there where you can chuck your cables and all that kind of stuff. And the seats now fold down 40-20-40, which is very handy if you've got long stuff, you know, like your skis and that, because Jeep drivers are all kind of active people with their long skis and pole vault sticks. So, yeah. Right. Ugh. Yes, it's spacious. I mean, it's a big car, isn't it? Of course it's going to be spacious. That is set up for my driving position. I am 5'6.5", 169 centimetres, if you want those specifics. But actually, that's all right. I feel quite high up. Like I feel like I would look over the passengers in the front. But it's all right back here. How do we open that? Like that. Classic Stellantis setup there. Lovely. Bit of storage in there. Bit of storage in there. I mean, it's a Jeep, which means it's going to be hard plastics and all that sort of stuff to make sure it's still got that kind of rugged vibe. You're not really going to get plush stuff in this car because it's not designed for that. So even when it comes to the speakers there, yes, just behind like a little plastic thing, because it's not supposed to be fancy, is it? So it kind of works. It adds that Jeep personality, I think. Right, now I'm going to be honest with you. When Ginny did the walk around of this car in the studio, she sat on the interior of this car and she went, meh. That was her opinion. Meh. And I can kind of see what she means, because sometimes when it comes to a Jeep, you want a bit of character that's added in. You want that kind of adventure, off-roady, sturdy kind of vibe built in. And I understand what she means. But I have noticed some sturdy, off-roady, fun, adventure-y things. I've noticed some nods. So first of all, you have a ton of storage, which includes this bit here. And it's like the material in here is all like rubbery and hard and all just like, you can scratch the hell out of it. It's not going to damage anything. Plus, the floor mats. Now they're all kind of rubbery, which you would expect, because if you've got muddy boots, that kind of thing, it makes sense to not make anything muddy underneath on the carpet bit. But down there, it's like boulders and rocks and adventure-y, fun themed things. I can see the nods. I wish there was a little bit more. Also, we don't have the panny roof in this. So I feel like if we had the panny roof, which is an option by the way, then it would just feel a bit brighter and a bit more kind of out in the open and a bit more outdoorsy, if that makes sense. But the materials of everything do just feel like it's been made to not be destroyed. If you've got kids and dogs and all that sort of stuff that you know are going to destroy the car, I don't think they can destroy this. Maybe that's the challenge. You just kind of load it up and see how much damage they can actually make, because it's all just like, you can't... Oh, I scratched it. I did scratch it. Oh, okay. It is scratchable on the headrest. I shouldn't have done that. Don't tell Jeep I did that. Screens. So you've got a 10-inch screen here for your driver's display. It's literally like the most straightforward driver display. It's just your speed, it's just your battery, that kind of thing. Done. We also have the optional head-up display, which is actually very good. I quite like it. And then you have the 16-inch infotainment screen. Now it's huge, but also not huge at the same time, because it's kind of split into separate sections. So you've got your climate controls that are here on either side, and they permanently stay there. You can make the maps bigger if you want to, and then you can use these haptic buttons down the bottom here to take you back to wherever you want to go. So if you want to go back to the main menu, press home, and it does have a feedback. It's an actual physical button. It's not touchscreen, which I appreciate. But all along here, all down these sort of menu bits, they're all just kind of, that's how you defrost everything, all the stuff that you're going to use most often, I guess. But the infotainment's pretty good. I mean, most Stellantis cars now, I find the infotainment are pretty intuitive, and they're not very laggy, pretty straightforward, lovely, lovely. Yes, we've got heated seats and ventilated seats for the front passengers. And if you want to, you can add on an optional massaging seat. So you can have a cat paw where it's like that, up your back. Or you can have a snake. I guess maybe snakes up and down your back, probably. It's a very common thing now in Stellantis cars. You've got it in the Peugeot E3008, you've got it in the Vauxhall Grandland, you've got it in the new Citroens. It's just kind of a nice little fancy thing. So if you're going to take this off-road, you can have a massage while you're doing lots of bumpy things. Oh, I was telling you about storage. So in here, she has had a glow up big time. So it started with like 12 litres of storage on the interior. It's now got 34. Yeah, so loads of space in here. That's where you can chuck some stuff in there, your cup holders there. There's your wireless charging, storage inside here. And then you've got that bit which I mentioned earlier, huge glove box, bit of storage here as well. One thing they don't have is the space underneath here. Now that's purely because this is not an EV from the ground up. It's also been designed to be a hybrid, etc. as well. So you're not going to be able to have access down to this bit, but they could add more storage. Along here, again, very Jeep. So there's your gear selector, and it's on a nice little twirly knob. Very nice. And then you've got your terrain selector, which feels like an afterthought, because it was just kind of a separate red bit that was just kind of plonked on the car. But that's how you kind of take everything through your different terrains, your snow, your sand and mud, your sport mode, your auto mode, all that kind of stuff. Oh, you're probably also thinking, this is a Stellantis car, which means there's no one pedal driving. Yeah, there is. Press that button and away we go. Right folks, we're starting off with a bit of off-roading, bumpy things, because that is what Jeep is all about. I mean, in the presentation, they were banging on about the fact that they've got so much history and it's all good for off-roading, adventure and all that kind of stuff. So it just kind of feels right that I start this whole bit with everything being nice and bumpy, although it's annoyingly smooth here. There we go. There we go. Now, you've got to bear in mind, at the moment, I'm not in the all-wheel drive version because that's technically not available yet. So the all-wheel drive won't be coming until the middle of next year, the middle of 2026. So at the moment, the version that I've got here is the smaller battery version, front-wheel drive. So you've got around 310 miles range in this, which is perfectly fine, isn't it? I mean, that's WLTP. Who knows what it's going to be like in winter? That's a test that we'll need to do. Bearing in mind, I did run an E3008 as a long-termer, and it was the same battery as this, and in the winter it was pretty bad. So who knows? It might be fine. It's something we're gonna have to test when the weather gets particularly bad in the UK. I mean, we're here in Spain, it's sunny, it's gonna be efficient. So that will give you 310 miles. If you go for the bigger battery version, which will be coming at the start of 2026, so in a couple of months' time, then that will give you around 404 miles of range. Again, WLTP, so maybe around 350 if you're lucky. And then you've got the all-wheel drive version that will be coming halfway through next year, halfway through 2026, and that will give you around 370 miles of range because that will come with the bigger battery. It's an interesting thing, isn't it? Because it's like you think of the Jeep as a brand. And I love a Jeep, like I love a Wrangler, I really do. It's one of my favourite cars ever. And I've taken some big Wranglers, like seriously off-roading. And they're so impressive. And this thing is pretty blooming good in terms of off-roading. I'm yet to take it on a road properly, so bear with me while I make my way onto an actual road. I'm getting there.
So yes, the version that we have here is the first edition, smaller battery 74 kilowatt hour version. That starts at £39,200. Now, if you go for the entry level version, which is the altitude version, that's £36,999. But bear in mind, you don't get a heat pump with that one. You do in the others though. In terms of pricing for the bigger battery version, we don't have that yet. So maybe we'll expect that towards the start of next year, and then we'll make sure we put it on electrifying.com. So the version that you're looking at right now has 20-inch alloy wheels, LED matrix headlights, and yes, a hands-free liftgate, which I can confirm does work. I just didn't manage to get that on camera, but yes, it does work. It also runs on the same Stellar platform as the E3008 and the Vauxhall Grandland. Good old Stellantis.
It does feel very different to the E3008. I mean, that's kind of very sort of soft and squidgy and still just as big, but yeah, this feels a bit more rugged, doesn't it? It really does. Right, now in terms of horsepower, there's 213, so that will give you a 0 to 62 time of around 8.5 seconds, which is perfectly fine. This is not the kind of car that you want to floor it and try to beat everyone at traffic lights. This has not been designed for that. This has been designed for family driving, thank you, for family driving and for a little bit of off-roading. That's what this car is made for. If you go for the all-wheel drive version, by the way, when that eventually comes, that will have 375 horsepower, which again is not much considering what a lot of cars have these days. But I don't think it's made for that. This car isn't made for speed. It's not, as you can tell, because I'm going on a 30km/h road right now. This has been made for family living, rustic, rugged, smash the place up family living. That's what this car has been made for. Right, in terms of sort of normal driving, which is mostly what this car is going to be doing, it's going to be doing lots of school runs, it's going to be doing lots of trips to the supermarket, that kind of thing. That's what this car is going to be doing, isn't it? It's going to have kids, screaming kids in the back, trying to scuff up the place. It's going to have dogs barking in the boot. This is what this car has been designed for. So allow me to tell you what it's actually like. The steering is very loose, really loose. And I'm wondering if I can tweak that, because you don't quite feel connected to the wheels. It's quite a weird experience. But what I do really like is the fact that there is one pedal driving. This is something that I think all Stellantis cars should just have now. Should just have it. I know not everyone enjoys one pedal driving, but it's nice to be given the option to do so. I mean, you've got the flappy paddles behind the steering wheel, a bit like you do in the E3008, that will change your levels of regen braking. But having full one pedal, just pressing that button, and full one pedal driving is great. And it works pretty well. The whole time I've been driving this car, I have not touched the brake. Haven't touched the brake once. Which is It's nice and quiet, this, though. And it rides all right. I mean, you're feeling all the lumps and bumps in the road. And there's a lot of wind noise. I need to point that out to you, actually. You won't be able to hear it now because I'm only on a 50km/h road. But on the motorway, the wind noise is quite loud. But again, it's a box. It's a box. It's not exactly aerodynamic, is it? So you're going to get a lot of noise coming from the mirrors, a lot of noise as it kind of makes its way over the top of the car. It's not exactly a nose down aerodynamic situation. It's a boxy car. So yes, it is going to get quite noisy. But it's fine. Does it have a Jeep personality? In the off-roading bit, yeah, I could see that personality. I could see it. Normal roads, I could be driving anything. Normal roads, I could just be driving a Grandland right now. So maybe if you're not going to use it for its off-roading abilities and you're just going to take it around, would you rather get an E3008 or a Grandland? Oh, the indicators. What a shame. You know, the indicators in the Jeep Avenger, they're so good, like dirty beats. It's like booty-cat, booty-cat. That's what it's like in the Avenger. And it's not like that in this. Ah, that's a shame.
Rapid charging is at 160 kilowatts. That's not bad. So that means that you'll go 35 minutes for 20 to 80% if you want to recharge, and it's the same amount of time for the bigger battery version if you hold on for that one as well. If you do want faster AC charging, then you have to opt for a 22 kilowatt hour version because it only comes with 11 kilowatt AC charging as standard. But let's be honest, most people will just plug in at their chargers at home, which is around 7 kilowatts. So that will be what, 12 hours to fully charge up the car?
Interesting one, this. If you like a Jeep, I think you would like this. But if you want more comfort and you want to save money, you'd go for a Citroen EC5. If you want more space, you could go for a Skoda Enyaq. But if you like a Jeep, yeah, I reckon you'd like it. Have they kept the kind of Jeep feel? Yeah, I think they have. Even though, considering, when I remember, well, when they released the Avenger and we were like, oh, Jeep are going electric, this is a big moment, are they going to manage to keep the whole Jeep vibe? Yeah, I think they've done it. It's quite impressive. Off-roading, I was very impressed. And then on normal roads, perfectly fine. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Don't forget to subscribe and all that sort of stuff. And I'll see you next time. You take care. Bye-bye. Bye. Bye-bye.